lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Jeremy Lee in the building and every guest that you ever needed. Sports cards after hours keep the hobby heated. Updates, hobby talk like you never seen it. Sports cards live and none could ever beat it. Sports cards is a lifestyle. Sports cards and we live now. Welcome to another episode of Sports Cards Live with your host, Jeremy Lee.
Well, all right. Welcome, everybody, to the inaugural episode of MC Mondays Live. This is the official auction-ending watch party on Sports Cards Live. It is Monday night, June the 12th, 2023, and my name is Jeremy Lee. And tonight's guest is none other than the man himself, MC Mike Cance. Let's bring him on. Mike, welcome to the show. This is your show, buddy. How are you?
Doing great. Excited to be here. Really excited to get this kicked off, watch the first auction end, and hopefully watch a whole lot more with you.
Well, I'm excited about it. I'm proud to be partnered with you on this and to bring more eyeballs to the auctions, to the cards. This is a lot of fun. I've been doing shows like this for a couple of years now, and I'm just really excited to be doing one with you, Mike. You're someone that I've had on past episodes of different shows that I've done, Sports Cards Live, Collectible Live. You've always been a very knowledgeable, respectful guest. You bring great insights to the hobby. You're well respected. I love that about you. Obviously, who wouldn't? So this is great. Before we get on to having a look at the items on the block on this MC Mondays featured auction, let's hear a bit about you and how you built your consignment business, why you started in the first place. So we just lost him. I'm sure he'll be right back. Mike, we're gonna wait for Mike to come back. There he is. He's back. All right, let's bring him.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I moved the mouse and it.
That's
yeah,
okay.
So
Listen, I want to hear about how you built your consignment business, why you started in the first place. So what message would you like the audience to know about you in terms of your business ethics, customer service, who you are as a hobbyist and collector yourself? So let's start with a bit about you as a hobbyist and a collector.
Yeah, so I started collecting in 2006 as a 12-year-old kid and would just build sets and go to the Target, Walmart, buy cards, chasing the cards I needed for the set. And gradually started getting more and more into it, started buying the Beckett magazine, really learning a lot more about the cards and seeing, which ones are worth more, worth less. And from there, I started to, go to shows and wheel and deal, and then started dealing online. And, next thing you know, 15 years later, it's my full-time job. But no, I've always been obsessed with the hobby ever since 2006, never really had any break in between. And, learned a lot along the way. And I know I'm still pretty young, but I have a great amount of experience in the hobby, which has kind of gotten me to where I'm at today. So, I've been fortunate to be involved and meet some of the people I've met along the way. In terms of the consignment business, so about 2 years ago, we really ramped it up. I've always been an eBay seller myself. And, when the market started to take off, my sales of my own items started to take off. And, I was able to develop a really good relationship with eBay. And of course they want to see us keep growing. And it kind of got to a point where I couldn't do it alone by selling my own stuff. So, we looked into the consignment route, and some of my good clients and friends from the hobby kind of really helped me get started. And, since then it's been a lot of word of mouth. We've gotten a lot of new clients, and, it's been great. I mean, every day is better than the last. So.
Well, so what resonated with me there was when you said, you've been totally immersed in this hobby. You're super passionate about it. No breaks. Basically, your whole life as as somewhat of an adult at the age of 12 or whatever. I'm with you there. Even in the theme song for this for Sports Cards Live, it says Sports Cards is a lifestyle. It's literally a lifestyle for me, and I think that you can probably that must resonate back with you too, huh?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, it's it's all I do basically. So
I also remember being at a national. This is probably, I think this would have been the 2019 national. I remember being there and walking by a table, a bunch of, you just said you're a young guy still, a bunch of young guys around. And I just kind of peered over. You probably don't remember this. I peered over to kind of see what was in the showcases causing all this crowd. And I'm like, wow, there's a lot of nice cards in there. And I kind of looked at the guys and I'm like, these are some young dudes with some really nice stuff. But if you start early enough and you have a bit of a savvy nature to yourself, you're going to be able to, especially if you started in 2012, it's a lot harder to do that now with where the market is. But I was impressed back then when I didn't even know who you were. I thought you were this young guy who had figured it out. And little did I know that here we are 4 years later, and we're doing a show together. I had you on for the first time probably within not even, probably 18 months ago. So funny how things come full circle.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's been great. I mean, I think a lot of people, when the market really took off, that a lot of newer people in cards thought that, you know, they can get to this level after a few weeks or months. And I think a lot of them didn't understand that it's just such a build up and a grind. And, you know, a lot of those people kind of lost interest in cards when prices started going down, but a lot of them kind of stuck with it. And some of my friends who are newer in cards, where they're at right now versus where they were, you know, 2 years ago is great to see.
Yeah, you've certainly persevered and excelled. One of the things that I want to give you an opportunity to speak to is a bit about your ethics, your business ethics, your customer service. Is there anything you'd like to mention to people about your payout timing, your consignment rates, anything that you'd like people to know who might want to do business with you?
Yeah, so we have a team of myself and 4 other guys. Everybody kind of has their own role. And, you know, we really focus on customer service. I mean, we have our consignment director, operations manager, whatever we need him for, Moody. He's great. I mean, he does a lot of the correspondences on Instagram and email, and, you know, he's texting different clients all the time and really going out of his way any hour of the day to get back to somebody. So I think we really stress that like approach of being kind of just like friends talking to friends versus just very like formal corporate, you know, you have to email and wait a day or two for a response. So, you know, we definitely take that angle of kind of keeping the mood very, very good. You know, in terms of payouts, we strive to pay out buyers as quick as possible, generally within 5 to 7 days of auction end. You know, listing, we've always, since the day we started, really gotten everybody's cards listed from either the same day they come in or a day or two later. Most of the times when it's a day or two later, it's because they sent us a couple hundred cards or something like that. But yeah, I mean, we have amazing clients, and, you know, every single day it seems like we're getting new ones, and it seems like the retention is great, and we work really hard to keep that. And, you know, I think it kind of speaks for itself once you give us a try.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to give you the opportunity to send that message out there. Now you're moving into what you're referring to as a focus auction, MC Mondays. This is the inaugural auction. It's pretty cool to know that we're kicking this off together. You're doing all the heavy lifting. You and your 4 guys are doing all the heavy lifting. I'm going to come in on every second Monday night and go through this with you. This is what I do. You guys do what you do, and we're going to do it all together, which is awesome. But what is the concept for MC Mondays? How did it come about? What are you trying to accomplish?
Yeah, so, you know, one of the biggest things with launching MC Monday is myself on the buyer side. So many times when I was looking at Card Ladder, pricing out a card, I would see an eBay sale from a few days or a week ago, and I would be like, wow, I would have bid on that. I would have paid that. I would have bid more. And, you know, we get messages all the time from other eBay buyers saying, hey, I forgot to bid. Let me know if the sale falls through. So I kind of got the idea of, you know, what if we took all these great cards and we put them on a night that people can look forward to and people can expect to make the time to browse that night and not have to rely on spending 2 hours every single night looking on eBay. You know, every other auction house, Golden, PWCC, Heritage, they have their own night of everything ending. It's not every single day scattered throughout. So, you know, with the volume from our clients of really good quality cards and, you know, my experience as a buyer and the things that we've seen other buyers say, I thought it would just be a great idea to really get this going.
And you chose Monday. I got to ask, come September, we're going to have the NFL season. There's going to be Monday Night Football. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, we did. So here's the thing, though. You got Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday is all pretty much booked up by some of the other big guys. So there's not many days left. I mean, Fridays are a tougher auction day on eBay, just a tougher auction day in general. You got people out for the weekend or traveling. Mondays are good for us in our experience selling. Obviously, football is going to make it a little tougher, but I have a hard time believing that you can't be on your phone and watch a football game at the same time. So
you can be at the football game and be on your phone bidding on cards. So I hear you. I've bought several cards while at the Calgary Flames hockey games here over the years. So I was just going to say that I don't think it's that big of a deal. People, let's face it, football game, there's a lot of downtime during a football game. Very easy to look at your phone and throw in a bid, right? So
yeah, I mean, in today's day and age, it's like there's really no stopping you from bidding on eBay really anywhere as long as you have internet.
Exactly. All right, good stuff. So listen, we're going to first thing I'm going to do is I have a link which will take anybody right to all the auctions. This is a nice link that you provided me. It's a great thing that eBay does. It's a custom link. I'm going to put it in the chat right now, so anybody that wants to can click on it. I'm going to put it in right now. It's going to flow out to the various platforms that people are watching on. It's going out to Facebook and YouTube, and I'm sure you shared it with your Facebook group as well, Mike. So you guys have that now. I don't know if I can pin it. I'm going to see if I can pin this thing. It doesn't let me pin it, but I can put it up again. But also, everybody, you'll see it on the ticker right now, so it's not that long. You just have to look at it and transpose it into your browser in order to get to it. Mike, before we take a quick run through all of the items, because we'll do that, we've got 17 and a half minutes until the first item is going to end on eBay. But before that, let's go to some comments. So we've got a lot of comments coming through already.
Okay.
We got Morgan in the house. I want to say welcome Morgan, first time viewer, I think. Nice to have you, Morgan. Says can't wait. Tom Newman, this is a family show, but I'm going to put this comment up there because it is a compliment, but this is a family-oriented show. Thank you for being here, Tom. Lapper says, good evening. Good to see you, Aaron. Tom Newman says, jealous of his collection and that stash. Right on, Tom Newman. Rage says, yo, what's good, my guys? Salute, MC. Sports cards definitely helps me stay motivated, and he doesn't even know it. Real recognize real. A hustler and grinder knows a real one when they see one. Rage, welcome to the show. We got Yongi88 says, MC is great. Actual humans on the other side. That's always very nice. CC says, Jeremy, love your auction lives. Thank you for doing these. Mike, I know it's tough, but how do you try to minimize shill bidding? So, Mike, before you respond to that, I just want to let you and the audience know tomorrow night on another show I do called Taking Stock with Dennis Zender. We host this every Tuesday night. Our topic tomorrow is going to be on shill bidding. So we're going to be talking about that. I want to invite everyone to come on and share their thoughts on one of the things we're going to put out there is what can consignment sellers do to try and curb shill bidding. And Mike, love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah. So, this has always been a big topic with eBay, and, eBay has come a really long way in working on this issue. I've actually had multiple calls with eBay's teams to really talk about different strategies, what we can do with buyer vetting or what we could do on the buyer side to eliminate some of this. Unfortunately, it happens. You can't completely eliminate it. Something that we do is we do look at our auctions, especially on the higher end stuff. We keep an eye on them. We look for different patterns that may be strange, or, a lot of times we get buyers who will bid and then they'll message, hey, cancel. I entered the wrong amount, and we can kind of read the situation. We have a block list that is worth bragging about on eBay, but you get like 0 feedback accounts, and obviously you can't block them or you can't stop them from being made. But I think what we've done to try and fight it is we've kind of figured out what cards are more likely to get shill bid. There's a certain group of players. I'm sure everyone has seen like Trae Young cards. Every time on eBay, they get all these different bot accounts bidding them up, certain other players. So what we usually do is like, if it's a card that's like that we think has a better chance of being shilled, we'll either completely avoid listing it, or we'll we'll warn the customer ahead of time saying, hey, this is like most likely going to have some issues. So we might have to cancel some bids and it might change the price and such. But yeah, I mean, again, just a long story short, shill bidding, you just can't fully get around it. But, hopefully my conversations with eBay get us somewhere and we can really combat the issue.
Yeah. And one thing, I think you're probably doing this, but I think one of the most obvious things, especially for the less savvy shill bidders, is just to see are your clients bidding on their own items, right? That's something that I'm,
So
right away.
Yeah, so we don't allow that. There's been times where unfortunately clients win their item and then they request to cancel it or something like that. And, honestly, we have told them like, hey, we're still charging you the fees on this item because you cost us the sale and, that's not a real comp now because you won it and didn't pay for it. Now, obviously there have been times where someone might win their own item and pay, and, we might not even notice it because we sell so many items. But I think the buyer paying for the card is a lot better than just canceling it, even though we really don't allow customers or clients to bid on their own cards.
Yeah. Listen, I could talk about this for 2 hours and I'm going to tomorrow night. So we can continue that tomorrow. And you're obviously welcome to join the chat tomorrow night, Mike, with some of the expertise you may have. Tom Newman says GOAT response. That was to the Monday night football and auctions ending. Jeff Morris in the house. Jeff, great to see you. Thank you for joining. Zunies says Mike is the GOAT. Good to see you. Seabass in the house. Everyone thinks you're the GOAT. Morgan wants to work for you. That's nice. That's nice. Seabass, I hope he is. Chad H. MC says MC client right here. These guys are the best. Can sign with total confidence. Very nice. Zuni says he's going to work for you one day. Very good.
We're waiting for you, Zunis.
Collector's Dream though. So what's going on? Professor says eBay allowed sniping using bots, and do you agree with this? Do you want to address that, Mike, at all?
Yeah, so that's honestly like the biggest problem right now with some of these players who get shilled up. It's like we'll go in and cancel a bunch of bids with 5-10 minutes left, and then all of a sudden 5 more bids will come in, and it's just like you can't even combat it. Honestly, there's some sort of algorithm or bots that someone's been using that just goes in, creates accounts, bids on stuff. A lot of those locations say that they're overseas, a lot of them in Asia. I don't know how they can keep doing it, but it does seem like eBay's really starting to crack down.
Well, that should be good. Collector's Dream in the house. What's going on? The professor says, glad you are on a platform that allows for tag graded cards to be auctioned. Always appreciate the support for tag. David Amato, Moody is who's Moody? I don't know who Moody is.
Moody is our kind of do it all guy, operations manager, consignment director, a little bit of everything. So he's kind of my right hand man.
Right on. I look forward to meeting. Maybe we'll have Moody on with us next week or 2 weeks from now because you're going to be away.
Yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully we can get Moody on here, and then we can get, Michael, a guy who does our reels and content. He does a great job, and, get the whole team on an episode at some point.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. I always, when I partner with somebody in the space, I want to help expose their people to the hobby and get to know who's behind the brand. I think that's a wonderful thing. Michael Hathaway says favorite item on the block. I know what mine is, but I'm not going to share it because I'm going to bid on it. But do you want to share yours?
Oh, that's tough. I mean, I don't know. I think one of the coolest items, which I have a feeling might be your item that you're thinking of. So I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but there's a certain hockey card with a really, really, really nice patch.
That's not the one, but that is a beautiful card.
Yeah, the Sidney Crosby limited logos. I think that patch is amazing. And honestly, it's already at almost double what I initially thought it would get. I didn't have really any idea what it would get, but that's a good sign. But no, I think I don't really have like a standout favorite. I can certainly say, some of the cards that are my own personal ones are my favorites, but I'm not even gonna bring them up to try and pump them or anything.
And to you and to Michael Hathaway, we are going to go through all the cards. And the nice thing about it is that they're all going to end 2 minutes apart. The first 50 items are going to end 2 minutes apart. And then the last 11 are going to end a minute apart. So we're going to have time to look at them all. We got a few other things planned while we have some extra time in between. But we're going to be commenting on them and talking about how at least I will be saying, oh, I really like this, or I don't know much about this, that sort of thing. So so we'll see. Yonki says, let's ask Mike who the GOAT is. Very good. Very good.
Youngi's the GOAT for some of the cards he's had us auction for him. Some bangers.
Awesome. Well, Youngie, welcome to the channel here tonight. Seabass says, any good pickups recently, Mike?
I just got a really nice Mantle rookie. PSA 4 I bought on an auction house about 2 weeks ago. I've definitely slowed down on doing a lot of like the buy, sell, trade of my own stuff, just because almost all of the focus has been on growing the consignment business. But I still kind of get the occasional itch to go and buy or do a big trade or something.
So you say Mantle rookie, that makes me think 51 Bowman, or is that what you're talking about? Or are you talking
52,
about 52?
Even though technically 51 is the rookie. It's like a Star Jordan, Fleer Jordan situation, but
I had a whole dissertation on the differences between those. We can talk about that later. We can debate that. We could debate that another time.
Yeah,
sure.
If you want to get technical, it's the 51. But if you say Mantle rookie to 10 people, 8 or 9 will say 52 top. So
yeah, it's unfortunate because technically it's not, but it's certainly more iconic, more valuable. But it's not a rookie card, technically speaking. That's another story. That's another story. David loves the patch on the Crosby. And the professor says, what are some advantages of consigning? Do consigners offer special marketing? I mean, where are you right now, Professor? Where are you right now? We're about to shine a light on all the items. Is there anything else you'd like to add as far as advantages of consigning, Mike?
Yeah, so just in general, consigning, I mean, you have a seller who's really established, whether it be me or some of my competitors in eBay consignment, just having someone else do all the work for you, marketing, and their following is more than likely larger than that individuals may be. And the cool thing too is with our payout rates, if your card sells for over $150, you're already getting the same or more than you would get doing it yourself. You don't have to ship, you don't have to list, you don't have to deal with anything. You just kind of sit back and let us do the work and see your card show up in reels and emails and on Jeremy Lee's live show and everything. So,
and that's the reason why those rates are good and beneficial for the consigners, because you as a volume seller on eBay get better rates than I would get as an individual selling a few cards here and there. Is that right?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's a good, it's a good advantage for us. I mean, we've really earned our relationship with eBay, and it's not easy to get them to work with you. And, we've really had to just get better and better year over year and really kind of knock their socks off in terms of our performance. So, we're really proud to be able to get slightly discounted rates and therefore pass it on to our clients and really offer the service and the rates and just a much better experience than if they were to do it themselves.
All right. Well, right on. Okay. So we are now going to move into the next phase. We've got just under 6 minutes until the first item up on the block tonight is going to end. So why don't we do this, Mike? I'm going to share the screen. We're going to scroll through all the items, give people a bit of a review of what is up on the block tonight.
All right.
So as you guys can see, I've got all 61 items ready to go right here. I opened up all these tabs earlier and we will get to them all, but we're just going to do a quick scroll here. 5 minutes left on the Score Football, 2000 Score Football factory sealed box. We've got a 97 Skybox Premium basketball box. I mean, the stuff that comes out of this is phenomenal. Actually, this card comes out of this box, a Michael Jordan Golden Touch insert from 97, a great card. Kobe Bryant 2012 Panini Prism autograph. We've got a Jason. This is a 1-of-1, guys. A 1-of-1 rookie triple patch, a Platinum 101 from 2017. Julio Rodriguez Bowman Chrome first refractor auto out of 499. And Mike, as I'm going through, feel free to interrupt me and say anything you'd like about any of these items, please.
Okay.
I love this, Mike. So to the question we had earlier, Michael Hathaway saying, what are some of your favorite items? This is one of my favorite. I love these horizontal exquisite auto patches from
Yeah.
09 basketball. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, 3-color patch. We're going to look at these bigger shortly, everybody. So
Yeah, that's another one, honestly, that's way outperforming what I thought it would do. So that's been great to see.
very nice. Jokic 2021 Prism Black Auto 1 of 1. I mean, Jokic could win his first championship tonight. I think they're down 7 as we speak. But by the time the show is over, I'm going to be like, every time you see me look down here, I'm looking at the score in the game. That's what I'm doing. I've got it up on my phone. So I want to see what's going to happen there. But I think Tyler Herro came back tonight and maybe given a little bit of extra life into the Miami Heat. So we'll see what happens there. We have a Kyle Tucker Bowman Chrome Orange Refractor, 25 of 25. Pretty crazy, pretty rare card. Mookie Betts. We have his 2014 Bowman's a BGS 10 with a 10 auto. This is a nice card. Larry Bird, Bill Russell, Ultimate Dual Signatures from 2005. Just past the $1,000 threshold. 22 minutes left on that. Ken Griffey Jr., 2000 Fleer Showcase Legacy, number 2 of 20. I mean, that's
super rare one there. I mean, that reminds me of like the Brady rookie Showcase Legacy out of 20 and just how great of a card that is. You just never really see those.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this card, and I follow. I collect a few Griffies. I have a lot, maybe 8 or 9 cards, but he's one guy that I do watch and cards wise, and I'm not familiar with that card.
Yeah, and something you'll notice too with this auction and what we're going to try to do with every auction is like it's a whole basket of cards. It's not the same, 20 cards of the same guy or the same set. We really tried to touch on all different aspects, vintage, modern, 90s, wax, prospects, high, basketball, modern, just like a little bit of everything. And, we've also made it pretty clear that like we won't even allow that to happen in this auction where you'll see 3 or 4 of the same card. Like we want it to be diverse and not kind of bore you. Like honestly, some of these other auctions out there, like it seems like it's the same type of cards every single time.
So something for everybody and keeping it fresh. I like that. I like that. We have a Shohei Ohtani PSA 10 Topps Baseball number 700 rookie gold out of 2018. $1,930 so far. Here we go. As you mentioned, some vintage. This is a Venezuelan. Very Clemente. And this is one of the 7 finest in a PSA slab. So that's a pretty special piece. Kobe Bryant Flair Showcase, a PSA 7 Legacy Collection, row 2, numbered out of 150, over $3,000 so far.
That one's our second most watched item in this auction too.
Wow. And 61 bids. Wow.
Yeah. A lot of attention on that one.
We have a Contenders rookie ticket auto, Joe Burrow in a PSA 10. That's a nice card. 2018 Panini Prism Basketball, first off the line box. I mean, this year's rookie crop it's bonkers. I actually have them all listed so we can talk about them when we're looking at this.
And the Luka Black 101 still out there too. So
yeah,
might be in one of those boxes.
We have an Mbappe 2018 World Cup Prism out of 199, the blue rookie. Michael Jordan game dated auto numbered out of 10. I mean,
that's our most watched and most viewed item in the auction.
Okay, I'm not surprised. But yet, that's funny. Only 28 bids on this one, while we had 61 on the second most viewed, or watched. Yeah, interesting how that works, right? There's no rhyme or reason a lot of the time. A Han Solo, guys. A Han Solo, Harrison Ford, signature out of 40. I mean, Harrison Ford's autograph is very elusive and popular. Jamal Murray, gold rookie out of 10 from 2016 Prism. This is impressive stuff. 2021 National Treasures, Justin Fields. This is a printing plate, patch auto, 1 of 1. Look at the names on this autograph card. Pele, Ronaldo, Messi, and Nazario. Decadence Legends out of 6. Not a bad lineup right there. Frank Thomas, Topps Finest Embossed Refractor, BGS 9.5, a 2018 Prism basketball box. We got the Jordan Rave reviews from Skybox, PSA 8. That's a popular. He does look funny on this card, though. I gotta say, I have to sneeze. 1 second. Hold on. Oh, me. We'll see. It'll come. It'll come. We have a Giannis Green rookie from Panini Prism, PSA 10 holder. And how far are we away from the first item ending?
I think it just
we might have
ended.
missed it. Did we miss it? It ended. It ended.
What did it get?
It ended. The Score football box, 2000 with Tom Brady. Didn't quite hit $1,000. Were you expecting it to?
Yeah, see, that one was kind of right on the border. Obviously we want $1,000 plus items, but we actually sold one about a week and a half ago, and it did $950. So I was expecting somewhere in that range there. What did that one bring?
914, pretty close to the last one.
Yeah.
914, so pretty close. 41 seconds left on the 97 Skybox Premium 24 packs, factory sealed, amazing product, you guys. Iconic inserts like Star Rubies, premium players, competitive advantage, Thunder and Lightning, autographic, Century Marks, Golden Touch, silky smooth. This product was absolutely loaded with just cool cards. We have 17 seconds left on that, guys.
Yeah, I'd be shocked if that doesn't really take off in the last few seconds. I mean, that box is worth a couple $100 more than it's at right now. So I'll be really shocked not to see any.
Here we go. 2 seconds, 1 second, and
wow.
No more bids. Oh, 1385.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
1385.
That would have been a steal. No, I was expecting that one to sell basically in that range. So I'm really happy to see that. And that's the cool thing about eBay too, is like you can literally go down to the last second and it ends, while other auction houses you bid and it extends it another few minutes or up to 30 minutes. So I'm really glad to see that one get that last minute action.
For sure. I wish we would have seen it happen, but we'll see it. Hopefully we'll see it on some of the upcoming items. We have a minute and a half left on the Michael Jordan Golden Touch. I'm a collector of Jordan inserts. I don't have a ton of them. I've maybe got 15 or 20 cards in my collection. And this is one I do not have. And it's one that I've always kind of been interested in, but I'm not going to be picking one up in the near. I've got higher priorities, but I do like the Golden Touch. It's come out in other years as well. At least one other year that I'm aware of. Looks completely different. I actually prefer the 97 version. How about you?
Yeah. So this one's actually doing phenomenal, based off what I was expecting it to do. I thought it would probably get like 1,500, but I think this one looks a little nicer. It just looks cooler,
Well, let's have a look, because BGS gave this corners and edges an 8. So if I don't see anything wrong with the corners or the edges as I scroll down. I mean, the right side here, it's kind of hard to see, but the right side here, you've got a little bit of roughness, but that doesn't offend me at all.
Yeah, I mean, the black border on that card, especially with the die cut where you have multiple.
Oh, look at that, Mike.
Wow.
It's jumped up, guys. We have 10 seconds left. Going to have a quick peek at the back. Yeah. The back edge is a little bit rougher on the back, so not as big of a deal for me. 31.75, 3 seconds left, 2 seconds, another bid, and this thing ends at $3,775.
Yeah.
You know why though, Mike? I think it's a really strong BGS 8, and it had 2 8s and 2 9s, so it's really close to a higher grade.
Yeah, so I'll be honest. That was one of my own personal cards, and I was expecting like 1,500 to 1,800 on it.
Well,
so I am not too unhappy now. If something else of mine sells a little less, at least I can kind of offset it there. But so this Kobe too seems to be doing really well. The autograph is not the best of the autographs I've seen on that card. Not going to lie, but it still is a first year Prism on card Kobe auto. So, that one again is doing well. I thought that would sell like in the 15 range or so.
And we're up to 1750 with a minute left to go on it. It's a nice card. Is the autograph on the card, or is that a sticker?
It's autograph? On card. Yeah.
On card. Well, that's good. Somebody probably just had it out maybe on a shelf in a card shop or on a shelf in their bedroom in the sun, and it's faded a little bit, but it's still a Kobe on card autograph. He's touched the card. That's pretty cool. Another bid just came in with 42 seconds left, and another bid just came in. We're up to 1975 on the Kobe auto. 35 seconds left. I'm going to go to a couple comments here, Mike, unless you have something to throw out there.
No, let's hear them.
CC here says, MC, great to see people like you giving sellers options to sell outside of the bigger auction houses. There's lots of options out there, guys. Lots of options. MC's definitely one of them. Matt M says, I don't want you to shine the light on the one I want to win, right? Isn't that's how it goes, right, Matt? I hear you loud and clear, guys. 12 seconds left. 12 seconds left on the Kobe autograph. Another bid just came in. We're at $2,025. 4 seconds. 3, 2. Final call, everybody. Final call. Last bid. $2,150 on the Kobe Prism, first year Prism autograph, Mike. Not too shabby.
Yeah, no, that's another one that did better than my guess would have been. So it's a good start so far.
Very good.
This one I think is still kind of low. Obviously, the Celtics losing didn't help its cause, but hopefully this one can get a little more action in the last minute or so.
Tatum's kind of a love him or hate him kind of player, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him play in person a handful of times, and I mean, he's a great player. I think he still is kind of streaky a little bit in terms of, having a crazy game or a crazy half, and then the next half he's really quiet or vice versa. But I mean, he's only, I think, like 24, 23, 24, maybe 25. So I mean, that's pretty young.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been to a finals, a bunch of Eastern Conference finals, and
time to mature. He's got time to mature and kind of professionalize up a little bit and maybe save himself some of the grief he gets from fans of other teams, right?
Yeah.
The professor here says, does the hobby need reverse consignment service with someone representing the buyer during an auction and advising them on price, rarity, scarcity, and comps? It's a neat suggestion. I think there are services like that, Professor. I know several people who do that. And it's a service. What do you know about that, Mike, if anything?
Yeah, I don't know anyone really who offers that, but in my head, it's like, if you're good enough to offer that to people, you should probably just be doing it for yourself.
Look at this though, Mike. Since we started chatting, it's now gone from 700 and whatever to 1,080, guys. 10 seconds left on this 1-of-1 rookie year Tatum triple patch platinum. 5 seconds, 4, 3. Guys, final call on this card. One more bid comes in, $1,136 on the Tatum rookie triple patch 1-of-1. All right. I wanted to just go to this. Carlos says, hail the snipers. I got to admit, when I bid on eBay, I snipe. He says, I always snipe at ones. Extremely hated. Sniping I snipe a lot of the time. So I don't ever look down on it.
Sniping is good because then you don't really have to wait around or, be there when it's ending. I've used a sniper in the past. I haven't in a really long time, but it seems like so many people do. I mean, there's no way that five bids are coming in on the last second. On some cards it might be, but so yeah, this Julio is pretty cool. I mean, he had a slow start to the season, but he's picked it up over the last week or two. This card preseason was probably 4,000 to 5,000. Now I think it's probably mid-high teens when it's all said and done, maybe a little higher. I don't think one has sold in a while, but he's still really young too, and he's the guy on the Mariners. He's going to be the guy. So, he's going to always get that hype and attention.
He's a 22-year-old Dominican center fielder for the Mariners, as you said. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs in his last 5 games, guys. I did my research tonight. In his rookie year, 2022, he had 28 home runs, 75 RBIs, in 132 games played, and in 511 at bats. Everybody, 16 seconds left on this. We're at $1,725. 10 seconds left. Everybody, 9, 8, 7.
That one's doing well. Then it got that extra bid. Any last minute
final call. 2140. The sniper comes in at 2140. There you go, Mike. There you go.
Yeah, very nice. It is compared to preseason. I mean, that's still a lot lower, but I think current market that is about right. So,
that's how it works. There's so much built in. There's a lot of value built into prospects before they play. Julio is the subject of a lot of that, so I'm not surprised it comes down a bit. But hey, it has room to go. Like you said, he started the season off slow. He's just starting to come on.
Yeah.
Give it some time. Give it some time. Well, listen, who knows what's going to happen, but I'd rather be buying it now than a few months ago for sure.
Yeah. So this one, like we said earlier, I mean, I think it's doing amazing. It's honestly, like when it came in, we had some just quick conversation internally of like, hey, like let's make sure that this one will definitely break the $1,000 threshold. And looks like the judgment call was right.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm looking at the subgrades here, and I just want to make sure we don't miss it. There's 53 seconds left. Look at the subgrades. The centering is the lowest grade at an 8.5. I look at this card, I see nothing wrong with the centering. I mean, you might think the distance between the word exquisite and the top of the card here versus the distance between the serial number stamp and the bottom of the card. Usually with centering, when a centering grade is going to be that low, an 8.5, you can noticeably see something. Nothing looks to me to be off-centered when I look at this card. Nothing offends me. Like there's no soreness to my eyes on centering. So I think it's undergraded for centering, or at least the centering is much less important. There are 15 seconds left on this card, everybody. We're at $2,076 right now. 10 seconds left, Mike. What do you think? We're going to see another bid on this?
I think 25. I'm going to be optimistic. I think it's going to get some action.
Let's see if you're right. Let's let it flip over. Oh, 2,400.
Okay. Yeah, I figured it was going to get some action, because if it was already doing really well, that means in most cases that means somebody really wants it, or two people really want it, and they're going to kind of go all out for it. So you generally don't see that kind of stuff just flat end. There's always some fireworks at the end.
That was an absolutely stunning card. Kareem, like that patch was 3 colors, gorgeous auto, great picture of Kareem himself. So I'm not surprised to see it do something. This is the Luka Prism. Sorry, Luka. This is the Jokic Prism, 1 of 1 autograph. Looks to be a sticker autograph, just so everybody's aware of that. $1,525. I mean, this guy might tonight win his first championship. Here, they are now only down 4 points with 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Mike, what do you want to say about this card?
Yeah, I think Jokic stuff is just criminally undervalued still. I mean, you got a black prism, which has a lot of hype, just black prism in general. And, Jokic auto, amazing season, amazing playoff run. And yeah, I didn't really know what to expect on this one, honestly. I did expect a little more than where it's currently sitting, but I also don't think if it doesn't get another bid, that's a terrible sale price. But I think if we can see it sell closer to 2,000, I think that would be probably the right number, give or take, anywhere like 1,750 to 2,250. But yeah, I mean, this one too, like I wouldn't be shocked if the last second it popped off and did like 4,000 or something insane.
Well, here we go, guys. We're down to 10 seconds, Mike. And I mean, this isn't a rookie card, so that's one thing that I guess works a bit against it. There's another bid, 1630, 3 seconds, okay, 2027. 2027. Let's let it flip over and see if there were any finals. $2,027 on the Jokic 101 auto.
Yeah, so right around expected, which is good.
That's what you want to see. All right, guys. This is the Kyle Tucker. I'm gonna spew my knowledge first, Mike, and then I'll let you speak to it if you like. He's 26-year-old right fielder, Houston Astros. Had a great 2022 with 107 RBIs, won his first Gold Glove, and was named to the All-Star team. He is a 26-year-old right fielder, so keep that in mind. But Mike, what are your thoughts on this card?
Yeah, I mean he's 26, but the card is 8 years old, so it means he's been around in the league or in baseball for a while. So, he's a big part of that great Astros team. And I think the card right now is sitting really, really low. Honestly, I think it should be worth about double that. So hopefully we see some last minute action on it. But again, with baseball and chrome and everything, it's like one day it could be worth this, and then it could be worth double, and then it could be worth half. And it just depends on the day, and it's really tough to time some of this up. But I think if this thing sells under even like 1,600 or 1,700, someone's going to get a crazy steal. So, I'm really, really curious to see how this one does.
Well, 40 seconds left on this, everybody. You've heard Mike's thoughts. I don't know much about this player, just what I researched today to throw some stats at everybody. But Yongi here says, stay away from Mbappe, please. He is trash. I think what he means is I want to buy the Mbappe. Don't bid me up. I love it. He also says, I hope Jay Lee has a lot of memory on the computer. Too many tabs open. I know, Yongi, and when I saw your post, your comment here, I went and closed a bunch of them. So thank you for that, guys. 10 seconds left on the Kyle Tucker 25-25.
We got to get something here. This isn't going to be good if we don't get any more bids on this one.
There's 1543. Okay. Another bid comes in. Is there another bid? 1543, 1544, basically. Mike, how do you feel?
Yeah, I mean it's low. I think that exact card was sold on PWCC a couple months ago, and it did somewhere in the mid twos. So, I mean, I think he's not playing as well as he was at the beginning, or having a slower season, which can affect the price. But yeah.
Okay, well, let's move on to the next. Before we do, though, Tom Newman, I assure you that is not what you are seeing. I assure you, and I'll even prove it if you need me to. All right. Next up, guys, this is the Mookie Betts BGS 10 2014 Bowman Chrome. Autograph it's a pristine 10 with a 10 autograph. I'm going to read you what I learned about Mookie, because I don't follow baseball closely, but I know you guys do. So here's what I learned. 30-year-old right fielder, the LA Dodgers, 2 home runs and 5 RBIs in his last 5 games. And over the course of his career, Mookie has 6 All-Star appearances, 6 Golden Gloves, 5 Silver Sluggers, an MVP, 2 second-place MVPs. He's truly a Hall of Famer in the making here. Mike, what are your thoughts on this card? Where do you expect it to end up? How do you feel about 885 so far?
Well, he's also an amazing bowler. Can't forget that. But, his stuff, for some reason, is just so down. I know the market in general is down, and he just got caught up in that. But, I think the card sells for about $1,000 to $1,200. I'm pretty sure. I haven't really followed it too much. But I think it's at least in range of not saying it grossly undersold. But I do think it's a little low.
There we go. 1,052, guys. 1113. Final call. 1113.88. Unless something snuck in. There you go. $1,114 on the Mookie BGS 10.
So it's been good so far. There hasn't been much, really. Maybe 1 or 2 that sold a lot less than expected. But on the flip side, I mean, I think we've had 3 cards, mainly that Jordan Golden Touch and even the Kareem, that were just like kind of big wows.
All right. Well, oh, wow. This one is ending a little sooner than expected. Right here, guys, we only have 27 seconds left on the Larry Bird Bill Russell dual auto at a 25 and a BGS 9. It's at 1,861, 1886. 18 seconds left on this one, everybody. We're getting down to the wire. And let's just see what's going on with the next one.
Yeah, I think we're in the 1 minute. We're in the 1 minite range for a while, just because of the.
Here we go. Hold on, Mike. 5 seconds, everybody. Going once. There we go. 22, 75, 25.50, 25.50 on the dual Bird and Bill Russell. Beautiful card, by the way. Those autographs looked really sharp.
Yeah, that got a lot of action.
All right, and here we go. Ken Griffey, 2000 Fleer Showcase. This card, I mean, it's a rare card. There's only 20 of them, but I got to tell you, being honest, it doesn't shout out beautiful to me when I look at it here. We look at the back of the card, but sometimes a card can be important and not beautiful. It's number 2 of 20 right there. What's going on here? 25 seconds left. It's at 15.50. Mike, you got a few seconds to throw something out there.
Yeah, I don't even know what to expect on this one. I mean, in our experience, any rare Griffey 90s, early 2000s gets a ton of attention. So this is one I wouldn't be shocked one bit if it doubles in price in the last 5 seconds.
Here we go. $1,600, guys. Fine. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
There we go. There we go. That thing
quadrupled. Or triples in price or quadruples in price. Yeah, I guess.
Wow. Just about 3.5 times or so.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, congrats to the owner of that one.
Yeah, the owner, he's a great client of ours, so I'm very happy for him.
Rage absolutely loved that dual Bird and Russell. Rage has the star rubies. Very nice. Tom Newman got a kick out of that, as we all did. That was a lot of fun. All right, guys. Shohei Ohtani pitching gold. Topps Baseball. Out of 2018 copies of this. It's in a PSA 10 gem mint holder and $1,930 with 18 seconds left right now. Guys, you got 15 seconds to get any final bid in. $1,930 now. 39 bids, 10 seconds. We're into the final seconds of this one, everybody. This one is almost gone. Final call.
Yeah, that one's already doing better than expected too. So that's
1985. We had one final bid come in, a little bit of an incremental boost on there, about $50. And here we go. I'm just going to close these old windows and try and save the computer some thinking time here. All right, Mike, this is what's next up. This is a PSA 6 1966 Venezuelan Topps Roberto Clemente. This is a PSA 6, but listen, this is a mid-grade card, but it's a pop 5 with only 2 higher. That is absolutely nuts. And I just want to say, a lot of talk about bots, guys. It's more people manually sniping than it is bots. Definitely 100%. Don't overthink the bots that much.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I just looked on my phone at the buyer of the Griffey because I wanted to see. I was curious, and it is a legit buyer who I've talked to on Instagram before about other things. So it's definitely going to get paid for.
Yeah, and by bots, I think we mean sniping software for the most part, right?
Okay.
I mean, manual sniping is how I don't use bot sniper. I put my bid in with 2 seconds left. I mean, it's I think more people do that, I think, than use the services. So
yeah, that Clemente was mine too, and I was expecting 12 to 1,500. So I have no complaints there.
1626. Well, it's one of the 7 best copies that exist. So makes sense to me that it does well. All right, guys.
This should get some serious action in the last 30 seconds based off of how many watchers and how many viewers. Like I said, this is our second most watched and viewed. And obviously it's just a numbered Kobe rookie, and you don't come across many of those. So I wouldn't be shocked one bit to see this thing get another 1,000 or so in bids, if not more.
5 seconds. There's another bid. 37.50, guys. 3, 2, final call. 30. Oh, wow. Let's see if something snuck in at the very end. 37.50 on that one, Mike.
That one sold a little low, but
it's going to happen. It's going to happen sometimes. All right, let's close up these last couple. And here we go now. The Joe Burrow PSA 10 Contenders rookie ticket autograph. Nice card. The auto looks, that auto is perfect. Yep. Absolutely perfect autograph. This might be listen, I'm not a big fan of grading the autograph, but some people are. This is definitely I would say, contender, pun not intended, actually, for getting that extra grade on the slab if you were interested in that. But really nice card. 22 seconds. It's at $4,550. Mike, I want you can, if you have anything to say, but turn it over to me with 5 seconds left.
Yeah, I think Burrow stuff is just going to keep going up until at least preseason. So
thank you, Mike. Good. All right, guys, 45.50. Final call on the Burrow. Any final bids? Doesn't look like it. Let's see if something got in. It did. $5,100. A last second bid. Someone got it in just under the wire. Okay, guys, this is a 2018 Panini Prism basketball. First off the line. Now, this is a 12-pack box, I believe. Yes, a 12-pack box. Here's a list of rookies. This blows me away. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Michael Porter Jr., Trae Young, Anthony Simons, Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Michael Bridges, Jaren Jackson, Lonnie Walker, Antetokounmpo's in this. Kostas Antetokounmpo is in the set. DeAndre Ayton, Kevin Huerter, and of course, none other than Luka Doncic. $3,250. Mike, over to you for 10 seconds.
Yeah, so this is a first off the line box. So each one has, I forget if it's 2 or 3 shimmer parallels numbered either to 7 or 9. And, obviously Luka rookies, colors, golds, black, 101. It might be in there. You never know. But
4102, guys. 4102 on the first off the line 2018 Prism box. All right, here's the Mbappe. Here is the Mbappe that we were advised not to bid on.
Terrible card. Don't touch it. That's for you, Yangi.
There you go. This is the Blue Prism PSA 10. Mike, why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, I mean that card not too long ago was a $25,000 card at peak market, and obviously they've come down a lot. There's plenty of sales that are going to be right around whatever this one sells for, but yeah, I think just team color jersey match. There's been a lot of emphasis on that in the last year or two all across the hobby, and just blue. I mean, the blue prism seems to be really popular in basketball and everything. So, I mean, it's just a great card. And obviously Mbappe doesn't really need any explaining there. So
bids are coming in the last 5 seconds, $5,000. This thing runs up to from 3,500 to $5,000 in the last few seconds. Congrats to the new owner of the Mbappe Blue Prism. Now, here is the most watched item on the block tonight on MC Mondays, the Michael Jordan 2001 Upper Deck 98 UD game dated buyback auto numbered 8 of 10. Mike, over to you to comment on this card.
So buybacks are a little different, obviously, than pack pulled. Some of them sell really well. Some of them sell a little less than pack pulled. This is just a really cool card with just the overhead shot of Jordan. Looks like he's going to dunk. I think this one can easily surpass 5,000, maybe even 6,000.
Well, here we go, guys. There's 12 seconds, and I just checked the score. The Nuggets have taken a 1-point lead, and Tyler Herro does not have any court time yet. 43-50, guys. 48-73. Final call, $5,000, $6,200. That card, what did that double in the last 5 seconds? I think. Very nice, very nice sale.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about eBay. So, you get to see all that action right at the end, and also, I could confirm that Griffey was just paid for, everybody. So that's great to see.
Very good. Very good to hear. All right, guys. Han Solo himself. This is the top 2017 Topps Star Wars Rebel Stellar Signatures auto. Only 40 printed. 30 seconds left. It's at $1,580. Gorgeous card. I like how you have the Rebel Alliance logo right there in the corner, Mike. Comments on this card from yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know enough about Star Wars at all, but I know who he is, and I know that his autos bring good money. I mean, I'm expecting to see this one get about 1,800 to 2,000.
So here we go.
Where it sits right
there
now,
we go. You don't need to worry about it, Mike. We're at 23.53 with 1 second left. 2,353 on the Han Solo. You got to be happy about that.
That one was also mine, so I'm very happy.
Congratulations. All right. Next item on the block, guys, the Jamal Murray Panini Prism Gold rookie out of 10. It's at $6,301 so far. Tom Newman says the power of Jay Lee. I got to tell you, I have a lot of fun doing this. Ray says epic Harrison Ford stance with a pew-pew shooter. No doubt about it. And Yangi says the Mbappe was a firefight to win that card out. Mike, you got about 10 seconds to speak on the Jamal.
Yeah. So, a BGS 10 copy of this card sold really well a couple months back. And, obviously you don't see the earlier Prism Golds pop up too much anymore. And Jamal had that huge game in the finals at like 30 point. I don't know if he got the triple double or not, but
it's already at 73.70 right here with 2 sets. 7,600, guys. Last call. 7,600 unless something came in under the wire. 7,600 is the final price. On the Jamal Murray.
I think that's a respectable number on that one, honestly. But
good.
Yeah, that was one. There hasn't been enough sales to really give a clear guess. This one I think is sitting a little low. Printing plates don't, they're not for everybody. But it is crazy that
this is an auto patch printing plate. It's a little bit more special.
Yeah, this is the true RPA. So if this was the actual RPA out of 99, which is that plate was used to make the card, I think they're doing like anywhere from 7,000 to 10,000, give or take. I haven't checked in a while. So it's crazy that the 101 plate is only 10% of that. Hopefully this thing can pop off and do at least, 1,500, 2,000.
Well, we're at $910.
Too promising.
7 seconds. Here we go. 6-5 final call. 1483, 1526. And that's going to be it. It looks like 1,526 at 50%, 1601. We had another.
Okay, that's pretty. That's not bad actually. I think the consignor that will be happy.
Good to hear. We want the consigners to be happy. We want the buyers to be happy. And now we're on to a Leaf card. This is a quad auto Ronaldo, Pelé, Messi, Nazario, 2022 Decadence, only 6 copies put out there by Leaf. 30 seconds left, $2,323, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, some of the Leaf cards are really hard to judge in terms of value. They're not for everybody. I know a lot of people like the license stuff, but just such a great card. I mean, I don't think there's any quads of those 4 at all. And I mean, even like triples without, triples of Pele, Ronaldo, Messi. So I think this thing can really pop off too.
Let's
It's
see.
definitely.
Here we go. 4 seconds, everybody. 3, 2, final call on the quad auto. Looks like no snipers were waiting. Oh, there was one, $2,552. We had a final bid come through. All right, on to the next item on the block. Frank Thomas, 97 Topps Finest, power embossed refractor. It's a BGS 9.5 true gem. I love the border. I love the edges. I love this rippled edge. I've owned a couple of cards like this before myself, hockey cards that is, but this is nice. Look at the follow through on the swing. Just a beautiful, beautiful card. I mentioned earlier I didn't love the looks of what was the card, the Griffey, but I love the looks of this one right here. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, that one I'm actually surprised to see it's only at what it's at right now. Even with
went
that,
up from 700 to 1,047, Mike.
Yeah, even with that bid, I mean, I was expecting to see a better result. Hopefully, these last seconds.
Here we go. Final call, 1625. Anything else? Looks like it's going to end at $1,625. What a gorgeous card. Was that one numbered? I didn't notice. Is that numbered?
No, it wasn't.
Not numbered.
But with those subs and everything, I really thought that one would break 2,000 with ease.
So here's a 2018 Panini Prism basketball. This one is not the first off the line, but it still has that same list of rookies that I went through earlier. We're at $2,752. The Rage really liked the Big Hurt emboss. Yeah, that was a beauty. He also said those early Prism golds are so stunning compared to today. All right, Mike, 20-second. Anything you'd like to say about this?
Yeah, I mean, I think that one will sell for probably about 75% of what the first off the line did, which was right around 4,000. So I think this one will probably get bumped to about 3, give or take a little bit.
There you go. We're at 29.61 with final call, guys. 1 second left. 29.61. It is on the regular box of 2018 Prism. I remember buying a box of that in my LCS for I think $90, and wasn't that fun back. I hit the Trey and the Luka in the box. All right, guys, the rave review I was mentioning earlier. Look how funny Michael Jordan looks. I'm going to just do the zoom instead of the look at his face. I just think he looks funny. Because of that, I don't love the card, but it's still a very popular and well-respected insert by Jordan collectors. It's at $1,648 right now. It's a PSA 8. 25 seconds, Mike.
Yeah, that one's definitely going to get some action. Seems like the Jordan inserts the last few seconds there's always a little war like we saw on the Golden Touch. So I think that one should crack at least 1,800 to 2,000. I'd really be surprised if it didn't.
Well, here we go. 4 seconds, everybody. We're at final call. 2650.
There we go.
2650. Couple people wanted this card, and there we go. 2950. Another bid came in, Mike. There you go. Very nice sale.
It'd be a happy consigner
on the rave reviews. Okay, we have a Giannis Antetokounmpo. This is a color match. We got the Prism green rookie in a PSA 10 holder, gem mint. Looks pretty good to me. I would have called that if I had time. I would have mentioned that there was a bit of a rough edge on this card over here, right here, but that's why it's not a 9 or higher. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with that grade. 28 seconds left, $6,200, Mike.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't too long ago. That card at peak market, I think, was 20-something thousand. The way they lost in the playoffs obviously didn't help his stuff too much, but I'm hoping we can see like 7,500 to 8,000 out of this, which is still a chunk lower than what they were a month or two ago. So hopefully we can get some last minute
right
action
now.
there.
Sorry, final call. Looks like it's going to stall out at 7,100. Another bid came in. There we go. 7,100 on the green Giannis rookie. All right, guys. Wander Franco, BGS 9.5, 2019 Bowman Chrome prospect out of 499. He's a 22-year-old Dominican shortstop on the Tampa Bay Rays. 1 home run, 3 RBIs in his last 5 games, all coming yesterday against the Texas Rangers. In 3 seasons, he's got a 287 batting average, 21 home runs, 104 RBIs. Mike, what do you think? I mean, this guy, we've been hearing about him for a while. In his first 2 seasons, he only played 70 and 83 games. So I think he's got a lot to prove still. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the subgrades on the card are crazy. 0.5 from a 10 there. With the Rays, they're one of the best teams in baseball right now. So, I mean, that's definitely good to have a guy like Wander on the team.
6 seconds left, everybody. We're at 15:25. There's a bid to 1708. Final call on the Wander. Let's see if there's a final bid that came through. 1708 on the Wander.
I think that did well. I think.
Good. We have a Lionel Messi 2018 Panini Eminence. Yeah, some people love the blackish cards with the gold autos. Some people don't like them as much. I will say I'm usually not a fan, but wow, does this card ever present well? I would say it's absolutely beautiful. Only 5 copies made. It's in raw condition, as you can see, or it's not in raw condition. It's just not graded. The bottom right corner is not perfect. The bottom edge, I think you're going to notice that on black cards. Top left corner looks great. Top right corner looks great. But you have to understand, you're not going to get a mint card a lot of times with these thicker, also black-edged cards, Mike. It's a 3,150. We got 10 seconds left.
Yeah, this one I think can really take off in the last few seconds. I would be surprised.
35. There's a bid, 37.87. Anything else? 37.87, Mike. You got a few more on the end there.
Yeah, I don't think that one did as well as it should have. But, it's a messy on-card auto. And
super nice card. Out of 5 with the diamond. I mean,
yeah,
a beautiful card. Okay. This is the card you talked about at the top of the show, one of your favorites because of this patch. I will point out that it does have that little bit of yellow in the corner, which really helps it. Look at the autograph. Absolutely beautiful. Seems to be like an acetate top layer of the card. I'm speculating. I haven't seen one of these in person yet, but is there an acetate top layer?
I believe so. The video, I know the videos might be hard to play on the live stream, but the video attached to it kind of clarifies that. I believe it is, though.
Just went from 2,500 to 37.25, guys. 37.25. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, going once. 45.50. Final call.
That's great. Wow.
45.50, everybody, on that gorgeous Sidney Crosby exquisite limited logos. And now we are on to the Jackson Churio PSA 10 Bowman Chrome first gold refractor out of 50. 19-year-old Venezuelan, everybody. He's a fielder, a second baseman, playing in the Milwaukee Brewers system for the Biloxi Shuckers in the Southern League, named to the National League team at the 2022 Future Star game at the Dodger Stadium last year. 30 seconds left. We're at $5,100, Mike.
Yeah, I think that's a little low right now. I haven't followed his market. I know when the product came out, he was blazing hot and definitely cooled off. So, I mean, this may be right in his current market. I'm not too sure, but my initial instinct was it was going to sell for a little bit more than what it's currently at.
Here we go. 5 seconds left, guys. Final call, 6,100. We're up to 6,100. Final call. Let's see if we got a bid in the last second there. 6,100 on the Churio first gold refractor. All right, next up, Ronald Acuna Jr., BGS 9.5, 2017 Bowman Chrome Red Shimmer refractor. Only 5 of these made, 3,105. What do you think about this one, Mike? And I do have some stats on good old Ronald here, but I'll let you go first.
Yeah, he's having an amazing year. I mean, Braves are playing well, and the non-auto Bowman Chrome market is definitely interesting. Seems like they don't get as much love as they should, especially compared to the auto copies. So I really don't know what to expect here.
All right. Well, he is the 25-year-old Venezuelan outfielder of the Atlanta Braves. 1 home run, 5 RBIs in his last 5 games, 133 career home runs, 3-time All-Star, 2-time Silver Slugger. In his second year, he led the league in plate appearances, runs, and stolen bases with 50. Yeah, he's got crazy stats, and this card ends at $4,559. Okay. let's just close some of these and get on to the next one here, which is right here, the Shohei Ohtani BGS 9.0. Oh, we got a 2-minute gap here for the.
Yeah, I think we're back to 2 minutes now. Now that the chunk that I spaced.
And thank you, Moody. I was wondering if people would like me to. I've never done that piece before on the baseball players. So Moody loves how I'm rattling off the player stats and accolades. I appreciate that very much. Rage says, hit the like button, folks. This show is legendary for sure. Rage says, as far as Bowman Reds are, top tier, nothing bigger than the super, of course. Of course. All right. So Shohei Ohtani, I mean, listen, this guy seems to be the Babe Ruth of the generation, the last generation, the next generation. Only 50 copies of this made from 2018 Topps Definitive rookie autograph. 27 of 50, BGS 9.5. Let's just go to the back of the card. The autograph is graded a 10. The card is a 9.5. It's a true gem 9.5, meaning all subgrades are a 9.5. As we look at the card, we do have a bit of extra time now, which is nice. I don't have to rush Mike to let me jump into the final 5 seconds. But yeah, what a nice looking card this is. You got the rookie card designation, or logo, I should say, on the top right there. Shohei looks like he's pointing to one of his teammates, saying nice play right there. Matt,
yeah, just sharp looking card, on card auto, great product, great subs. Over the years his auto's gotten kind of lazier and lazier. So his rookie autos are super nice, and it's kind of like how Giannis has some full rookie autos where he spells out his full name. Yeah, it's very similar to that.
Well, we got 7 seconds left. We're at 3,550, everybody. Final call on the Shohei rookie auto out of 50. 3660 is what that is going to sell for. All right.
I think
next up
3850. I think. Oh. Did it get an extra bid?
I closed it already. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next up is the Jordan Love BGS 9 2020 Panini Flawless Rookie Dual Patch out of 25. Auto looks really good. A little bit of a streak on the top of the J, but that's pretty common. 2-color patch on the right, 1 color on the left. Green Bay Packers. Flawless and immaculate. I prefer to National Treasures. I gotta tell you. So I do like the looks of this card. You got basically the full body pick. You're just missing his feet. But we are at $1,925, Mike. What do you think of this card?
I mean, he's going to get the chance there. So I think a lot of people are high on him right now. A lot of people are speculating, and I think he'll be one of the quarterbacks at the National that are in major demand. I think him, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, then obviously your Josh Allens and Mahomes. But yeah, I mean, Jordan Love, if he could win the first couple games or put up some good stats, I think his stuff can explode, but it also can go the other way in this market. So, if he has a rough start, might hurt his prices a lot. But right now it's sitting pretty close to what I anticipated this one would get.
Okay.
But yeah, I think there's not much better of a patch you can get for a Packers jersey because there's not really any like logos or multicolor. So it kind of is a 2-color, which they all seem to be other than the sleeve patch. But yeah,
here we go. We're getting down to the wire here, guys. 10 seconds left on the Jordan Love rookie patch auto. 6 seconds, 1925. There we go. We're up to $2,000. Final call, everybody. 2 seconds left. 26 and a quarter. A nice 20%, 20% plus, 25% plus bump in the last few seconds of the Jordan Love. $2,625. Here's another Shohei Ohtani, Mike. This is the PSA 10 2020 Topps Transcendent VIP Party rookie out of 17. Only 17 copies of this made. This is numbered 17 of 17. You can barely sort of see it under the rookie card logo there, but it is certainly there, stamp numbered. We're at $1,625. I mean, I'm not going to rattle off Shohei's stats. I mean, it's funny. This is from Topps Transcendent. I think that the brand name fits. He is a transcendent player, no doubt about it. Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, so this one's really interesting because it is his 2018 Sapphire rookie card. But what Topps did for the Transcendent VIP party they have every year is for the 2020 party, they basically re-stamped 17 of those and serial numbered them. So it is kind of like a buyback, a rookie buyback in a way. That's another one. I think it's selling really well right now at 24, 26. I thought it was going to do high teens.
Well, we got 40 seconds left, so go to a couple of comments. In the meantime, Matt M says, Jeremy, how are you going to bid on the one you want? Well, Matt M, I got my trusty phone right here so I will be able to do it. I will be juggling, counting down, and putting in my bid at the same time. And I'm not going to tell you which one it is until we're through the auction. So it might have already happened. No, it hasn't. I'll be honest about that, but we'll see what happens. We got 12 seconds left on the Shohei VIP Party Transcend. Only 17 copies of this card made, everybody. 6 seconds. Get your final bids in. There's one, 25.50. 2 seconds left. Final call. And there we go. Looks like this one's going to end right at $2,550.
Yeah. I thought that was a great sale.
Okay. I can hear it in your voice. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. Rage says, if Hey Ruth keeps even 3/4 of what he's done over the last few years, he will walk into the Hall of Fame for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think we can assume that is going to happen for sure. Connie Choi says, I bet the NBA final is impacting today's auctions. Maybe for the good. I do not think for the bad. For sure not for the bad, because the thing about card collectors, Connie, is that we are incessantly passionate and motivated to get the cards that we want, and you can easily have your phone in one hand and your TV over there and watch the auction. So it almost adds excitement, especially if your team is winning. You might feel a little bit looser. And right now, what is going on in the game? It is the Nuggets up by 4 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds left on my phone, at least in the fourth quarter, Mike.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one. I figured it was either going to be super close or just an absolute blowout.
And it can go and either way at this point, guys. So this next card up, this is the Ronald Acuna Jr. He's the 25-year-old Venezuelan outfielder for the Atlanta Braves. 1 home run and 5 RBIs in his last 5 games. 133. We already did. This is the second Ronald Acuna Jr. card, isn't it? So I'm going to do this instead. Career-wise, guys. Let me put it to you this way. In his second year, he led the league in plate appearances, runs, and stolen bases, and he's leading the league this season so far in stolen bases with 28. We're at $1,395 with 9 seconds left, Mike. This is a cool-looking card. It's an X-Fractor autograph, PSA 10. There's a bid to $1,550. Final call, everybody. And the Acuna X-Fractor out of 125 ends at $1,550.
Yeah, that's an interesting set there, like, because he has a true chrome auto in Topps chrome auto, and then that's like an update sticker one.
All right, here we go on the Ichiro Suzuki PSA 10 2013 Prism, gold Prism. Only 10 copies made. This thing is sitting at $285, Mike. What do you think about that? Seems a little low to me.
Yeah, see, this one, I don't know if it's going to break the $1,000 mark. I kind of took a flyer on it with allowing it to be in the auction. I think in retrospect, probably shouldn't have made the cut, but it's a gold Prism Ichiro PSA 10. I think if it was a licensed card, it wouldn't even be up there for debate. I think it would easily cross that mark, but I'm hoping we can see this one do, $500-$600 or so. But yeah, this one was hoping for a better result, but there's still 50 seconds, so maybe we can see something happen.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing on the lack of licensure, but it's funny because gold Prism has its own allure to it, and I'm just not really surprised. I am surprised that it's not going for higher, because there's only 10 of these, and Ichiro he's an all-time great. Like, he's Ichiro Suzuki. He's kind of broke the barrier for a lot of players and brought a lot of attention to Japanese players. So we'll see what happens here. We're in the final 12 seconds of this. There's a bid to $454. Oh, I like this. I just noticed, bid with confidence. You've bought from this seller before. Yes, I have, guys. 6 seconds left. 5 seconds now. 4. There's a bid to $459. 620.
Okay. There we go.
$760 on the Ichiro Gold Prism. So congratulations. to the new winner. And I think you're happy with that, Mike, huh?
Yeah, no, I think that's good. I mean, that's close enough to the threshold to where, you know, if a couple sold under it, it's okay. But I think for the most part, we've been doing really well of keeping the sale prices over 1,000.
This Mike Trout, to my eye, is an absolutely stunningly beautiful card. I love the thick black ink auto on the what looks to be is that an acetate finish on Topps Dynasty? It almost, the auto makes me think it is. So does just the look of the card and the way the stamp, the serial number hit the surface of the card. It's from 2015 Topps Dynasty auto patch. Take a look at the back of this card, and yeah, I mean, look at this. Topps representatives to guarantee authenticity on the autograph. The relic contained on this card is not from any specific game, event, or season, so I don't really know what that means, but no, we don't want to play that. But a very beautiful, beautiful card to me. I mean, look at this thing. What do you think, Mike? 46 seconds left. We're at 1925.
Yeah, great card, great patch. The cool thing about that year's Dynasty is they have like a refractory finish to them. I know you can't really see it in the scan, but they have a reflective finish on the front and the back. So it's really cool. Again, the little video clip we put in there, you know, for anyone watching, it really shows that shine. So
well, we're gonna try it and see if we don't lose too much bandwidth here.
Yeah, you kind of see it.
Shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see. All right, guys. Well, we're at 1925. We have 10 seconds left. So get your bids in. If this is a card that you would like to add to your collection, you have 5 seconds to go. Here we come. Final call, everybody. 2 seconds. And looks like nobody was going to step up in the last second and put in another bid. This one's going to end at 1925, Mike.
I thought that was about right, though. I don't think it undersold.
Okay. Well, next up, we have a Giannis rookie, Giannis Antetokounmpo, BGS 8.5. Innovation main exhibit, 299 copies of this card produced. This is an interesting construction because I don't know, is this a sticker auto or is it like more of
no,
like
it's on,
what is it?
It's on card, so it's like a it's kind of like a shadow box in a sense. It's like a acetate type card.
And the Heat have taken the lead with a one point lead with 1:38, at least on from what I'm seeing on my phone. So this Giannis rookie auto, is that a patch under there? No, that's not a
no. There's
not
no
piece.
relic on that.
We're at $1,025. We have 50 seconds or so left to go. The Greek Freak on the front of the card. Pretty cool piece overall. I don't think I've ever owned a Giannis card in my own collection. Something I'll eventually likely have to correct. How y'all doing in the chat tonight? Let us know if you're enjoying this. I got to tell you, Mike, I have a lot of fun. As you can tell, I'm trying to kind of rush you to let me jump in the last 10 seconds because that's when I have the most fun, is counting down. So I'm having fun anyway, but I hope everybody out there is enjoying this. We've had great viewership so far. So and if you came to the program tonight because you're a fan of Mike, you deal with MC, you bought from him before, I do want to welcome you to the Sports Cards Live YouTube channel. Ask you to throw a subscribe our way. I go live a lot, guys. Lots of great interviews. Had an amazing interview on Saturday with Upper Deck President Jason Moshera. Final call on the Honest, everybody. Looks like that one's going to stall out at $1,025. Mike, how you feel about that?
Yeah, kind of in the range I was expecting, give or take, $150.
Well, look at this. Next card is also at $1,025. This is the divisive and controversial Ja Morant. This is the purple prism fast break. 75 copies made from 2019. It's in a BGS 10 holder. It's 0.5 away from a black label, as all. Don't ever let somebody tell you that their pristine 10 is half away from a black label, guys. Every single BGS 10 gold label is 0.5 away from a black label. It's just the way it is. What do you think of this at 1,025? And what do you think of Ja right now?
Yeah, I mean, the thing you were saying about 0.5 away, it's a kind of a pet peeve when people say that because they all are that. Ja is definitely having some issues, which is going to affect his card prices. And I think once the finals are over, we're really going to learn about what the suspension is going to be for Ja. I'm hearing people think it's a half a season, a full season. So, that can really impact his prices depending on that. This card is still a BGS 10 rookie of him, number to 75 from
Just got a
Prism.
bid.
Not the easiest grade that year too.
Went from 1,025 to 1,175. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens with him. And if he, he's young, if he matures and kind of, just sort of manages himself a bit better, maybe mixes up his posse a little bit, you never know.
Yeah.
He could be the expectations were high on him for sure. But here we are down to the final 5 seconds on the Ja Morant. So get your bids in if you'd like to, guys. Final call on Ja. 1 second. There's a bid, $1,249. And that's where that one is going to end. All right. Brandon Ingram, Mike. Brandon Ingram, 2016 Panini Flawless Vertical Rookie Patch out of 25. Let's take a quick look. A very nice patch. You've got stitching. You've got mesh. You've got 3 colors, 2 different types of yellow, and, of course, the yellow thread as well. The autograph looks decent. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but there's only 25 copies of this card made. The autograph did grade out of 10 nonetheless, so Beckett liked it enough to give it its best possible grade on the auto. So that is what it's going to be. Look at those. Look at the sleeves on this guy. Huh? I got to admit, I'm not too familiar with Brandon Ingram. Mike, what can you tell us about him?
Yeah, I mean, he was pretty hyped up early on in his career. Obviously, being on the Lakers really helped that. He's now in New Orleans, and he's a good part of that team. I mean, his hobby love isn't crazy. He doesn't have like people lining up to buy him, but he is a solid player, and this is a vertical, which is the true flawless RPA. I think a lot of people struggle to figure out, is it the sideways one? Is it the, which sideways one is the true? Is it the vertical? And, in recent years, Flawless, they've really made it clear on what the vertical is and what the chase RPA is. So, I think it's a great card with a great patch, good subs and everything, and really no idea what it's going to close at. I'd probably like to see it sell at least 2,000, but I think what it's at right now isn't out of reason.
Yeah. Well, we're going to find out in 15 seconds what this thing is going to end at. There's a bid. We're up to 15 and a quarter now. So we're coming down to the final 10 seconds, everybody. 8 seconds. So if you're going to pull the trigger, now is the time. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2. There's a bid, 1676. And that one is going to top out at 1727. Another $100 in the final moments of that auction. And the next item up on the block, we have another Jason Tatum Platinum 1 of 1 BGS 8.5. This one from National Treasures. The last one, what was the last one from? Was that from National Treasures as well?
Yeah. So they were both rookie 101 patches from NT, and the last one did, I think, a little under 1,100 that we sold earlier. So hopefully we can get right around there. The other was a triple patch, which I would expect to do a little better.
14 seconds left in the basketball game with the Nuggets up by 4. This last 14 seconds could take a while, though, with timeouts and everything. So we'll see what happens. But 7:55 on the Tatum. Michael Hathaway here said, still recovering from the rush on that Griffey. Lots of big jumps at the end. Isn't that fun? That does make eBay a lot of fun to watch. The professor says, would be informative if on some cards you can share recent comps in this discussion. I agree, Professor. That's a great call out. The one thing about comps that I don't love is that I don't want a comp to stop somebody from bidding, because a comp is just what the card sold for last time on the platform at the time it sold. And I don't necessarily want to sit there and rattle off the last 5 comps. And, I think it makes sense on some, but I also don't want to have bias and only give it on cards where it's more beneficial. I want to be as like just even and authentic as can be. And while I do want to help Mike build the business and I want to bring attention to these cards, I don't want to really pump. I want to have fun with it, which we're doing. We've got 12 seconds left on this one, everybody. Here's how I have fun with it. 9 seconds, everybody. We're at $860. 7 seconds. Get your final bids in. If you want to buy the card, 4 seconds. There's a bid. We're at 9:11, 2, and final call. that's going to end it, everybody. This card is going to sell for $911.23.
So about
pretty close to
80% of the triple. So
that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense. But Professor, your comment is noted, and I'm going to find a way to add some of that in. So thank you for that.
I think our next show, maybe maybe I should have a little cheat sheet of comps on all of them, and after it closes, maybe share the thoughts on it so that we're not trying to sway somebody one way too bid or not too bid on it.
Like I just don't want to say where, hey, okay, guys, the card's at 1,500. Last one sold for 2,000. Let's get your bids in. I mean, things could have changed since the last comp.
Yeah.
If all we did was rely on comps, the market would never move, right?
Yeah. I mean, we get over comps on stuff, we get under comps on stuff. And it's like, if the comp isn't a week old, then it doesn't matter as much as you may think of in the way this market is moving right now.
They are informative. They are data points, but they are not the end all be all. And I think most savvy hobbyists will understand that and will bid accordingly. But let's take a look at this card now. 2006 Kobe Bryant, 2006 finest Kobe Bryant gold refractor. It's a PSA Gem Mint 10. This is a pretty nice looking card. Corners, edges, everything looks really nice to me. Centering looks bang on from what I can tell. Just the distance between those two short black vertical lines on either side looks to be really nice. Back of the card. Oh, wrong. Oh, there we go. Back of the card looks nice. It's stamped there at the bottom. Let's just do this here. Yeah, numbered 48. I love that gold serial number. The gold really pops on the serial number of all things, but it does. Anyway, 5 seconds, guys. 4. There's a bid. 31.61. 2 seconds, and that card. Oh, there we go. $3,375 for the 06 Kobe. You happy with that, Mike?
Yeah, I think that one is about right. I thought somewhere between 3 and 3,500. So right in between.
The middle. Right. Well, right. A bit more towards the top of that range. So that's pretty nice. All right, guys. Julio Rodriguez, BGS 9.5, 2019 Bowman Chrome, first refractor auto, numbered out of $499. Numbered out of $499. This card is currently sitting at $1,025. And if you forgot earlier, he is the 22-year-old Dominican center fielder on the Seattle Mariners. 2 home runs and 4 RBIs in his last 5 games. In his rookie year, 2022, he had 28 home runs, 75 RBIs in just a shortened season of 132 games played and in 511 at-bats. This is a pretty nice card. Mike, would this be like his basic Bowman Chrome prospect auto?
So that's one notch above it. He has the base auto, which is not numbered, and then the refractor, which is out of $499. So okay. It's the the second lowest, but we just had the PSA 10 of that close tonight. I think it did a little over 2,000, 2,400, maybe a little less than that. But that's got great subs. True Gem Plus, again, not a super easy year, especially with the surfaces that year. I feel like there's a lot of print lines and little scratches on the chrome finish. So, this one I do expect to see a little more action. I think it's sitting a little low right now.
Well, let's see what happens. We're at 9 seconds left at $1,025, everybody. Get your bids in if you'd like. You got 5 seconds. There's a bid, 1680, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. And that card is going to sell for a final price of $1,680. All right. Ellie De La Cruz. This guy, I have to tell you, I didn't know much about him, but I watched some highlights of him today. He's a 21-year-old Dominican third baseman shortstop for the Cincinnati Reds. He has hit safely in each of his first 6 games of his major league career with 1 home run, 4 RBIs. I watched the triple he hit the other day. That triple was amazing. He's got 7 runs scored, 3 stolen bases. They say he can hit 500-foot home runs. His home run was 463 feet, I believe. I think he has the fastest sprint from first to third in the major leagues this year, like 30 point something feet per second. The guy is an absolute rocket out there when he is base running. Mike, I mean, what do you think of Ellie De La Cruz so far. I'm impressed by this guy, and I watched about 10 minutes worth of video on him today.
Yeah, I didn't know a ton about him before he got called up. I knew he was a hot prospect, but seeing some of his highlights and everything, I mean, he's good. He's fast. He can hit. He's got power. I know when this auction started, he was not called up yet. So I think our client is going to be extremely happy with the result of this auction.
As would be the fans of the Denver Nuggets, as it looks like they have walked away with a 94-89 Game 5 win for the championship. So congratulations to the Denver Nuggets on this fine Monday evening. Pretty good stuff.
Yeah,
all right, guys.
Game.
10 seconds left on the Ellie De La Cruz, $2,000 on the Bowman Chrome Prospect Refractor Auto. Final call coming up here. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. Any final bids? Does not look like it. That one goes for $2,000.
Yeah, I would have been surprised to see that get another bid, honestly. I thought that was very strong.
Well, he's only played 6 games, and that was going into today. I don't know if he played today, but I mean, the guy, but he's a top prospect. I think he's the number 3 prospect in all of the majors, something like that. Like
one or maybe somewhere up there. Yeah, I don't follow prospects as much as I used to, but I know he's up there.
Well, I got into the Baseball Reference website today when I was preparing, because as I mentioned earlier, I'm not going to pretend like I'm an expert in baseball. I watched baseball in the early 90s when the Blue Jays were winning World Series, and back in the days of Frank Thomas and Ken Griffey Jr., Cal Ripken, those were my guys back then that I like to watch. So Cecil Fielder and Kirby Puckett and all that, the Bash Bros, all that. But here we have a Nikola Jokic. He is now a world champion as of within the last 5 minutes. This is PSA 9 2021 Panini Select Black Snakeskin Pulsar Prism. 1 of 1, everybody. So Prism 1 of 1. I got to think this card is going to get some bids in the last 45 seconds because he is now a champ, Mike. You timed this one well. 40 seconds left. We're at 14:24. What do you think?
Yeah, so we actually have two 101 black snakeskin Jokic's in this auction. So, I've kind of been going back and forth trying to determine which one's going to sell for more unless they're going to sell really similarly. But this is, again, kind of a toss-up. I don't fully remember what the auto did that we were watching, but it seems like this is already pretty close to what that auto did.
Well, let's see. 8 seconds, everybody. If you want to pick up a 101 black snakeskin of the new world champ, you got 3 seconds left to do so. Final call. And this card is going to top out at $1,424.
I think that was pretty solid. I got to check what the auto did, but I'd rather take the auto for that price over the non-auto from Select.
And guys, here we have a 2015 Panini Select, the recent world champion in the last 5 minutes, Nikola Jokic. This is a PSA 10. That is a beautiful autograph on this card. Look how nicely that laid out there. Wow.
Yeah.
Stunning autograph. That's another, that would be a candidate for getting the autograph graded if that's your thing. Not my thing, but it's definitely a lot of people's thing. Jordan number 23 of 199. Listen, I'm a sucker. Not like I'd pay a ton more for it, but I do like that about it, which I just noticed right now. Pretty nice card. We're $2,850. Mike, what do you think of this one?
Yeah. That one I think is doing a little better than I anticipated. I think tonight's outcome definitely helps that. But yeah, I mean, a clean auto all on the card. I know a few of those, he kind of runs off the card a little bit at the end with where he kind of comes back like that. But that year actually isn't a super easy grade. If you look at the back, it's got the color borders. And, I think the corner, so like it's white on some of the edges, but the corners are black. And a lot of them do have a little bit of wear and tear on them. So to find a gem mint copy, I don't know if I put the pop in there or not. No. But I don't think the pop is more than maybe 25 or 30.
Well, let's see if I can bring that up in the next 10 seconds or so. So we've got 2759, 8279. Verify. Let's see what we get. This is a pop 23. Pop 23 out of 199. We're $3,718. Final call, everybody. Final call. And that card is going to sell for $3,718. Very, very nice.
I think
card.
that was a good sale.
199 of them, so it's not a very rare card either. So
yeah,
not bad. I'm going to go to comment here. CC makes a good point. Comps are not the most important thing, especially with higher end cards, but any insight, including recent sell amounts, would be very helpful. Yeah, I completely agree, CC. The word recent being key to me right there. Although sometimes, if you're going to go back 2 years, most comps are going to be a lot higher. So that might make people feel like they're getting value as well. But here we have another Jokic. This is the second snakeskin pulsar that you were mentioning, Mike. This is the 2021 PSA 9 black pulsar. What do you want to say about this card?
Yeah, I think we could probably expect this one to not get another bid. I think that's exactly what the last one sold for.
Well, the question for me is, did the last bid come in before or after he won his championship? It looks like the last bid came in at 8:03.
And what time did it end?
Which is 7 minutes ago. So right around the time he won his championship. Maybe right at the exact same time. We don't know. So I wouldn't be surprised to see one more, because here's the thing, Mike. We've already had a couple one-on-one Jokic sell tonight, and people have not bought those cards because other people bought them. So maybe someone who missed out on the last one is going to try and grab this one. Yeah. And maybe someone's trying to grab them both, and someone's going to try and stop that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, also like with Select, there's multiple different levels. You have like courtside and premier and club level. Courtside is always the best, and those sell for much more. So maybe this one is the better parallel between the two. I'm not too familiar anymore with the lower parallels, but we'll see.
Well, here we go. And no final bid, 1,424. So you were right, Mike. Mike knows this stuff, you guys. And, when you're saying that I wouldn't expect this to sell to get another bid, or I'd expect this to end here, I have so much respect for the going with your gut feel on things versus just comps. Again, we're bringing the comps back. I go with my gut. Sometimes when I'm bidding on a card, I won't look at comps because I don't want the comps to influence whether I want to bid or not, and I could go either way. But some people might think I'm silly for doing that. And hey, that's just the way I am. So let me be. Here we have a Mickey Mantle, 1956 Topps baseball, Mickey Mantle BVG 4.5. From a distance, it looks really nice. And as far as the centering, I think you said it's centered right here. It is really well centered. It's a little bit low, but overall centering isn't too bad. Bottom right corners, what graded appropriately at a 4.5. Bottom edge is far from perfect, but at least it's uniform in its flaws. There seems to be a print line going through it right here. Something going through it right here. Top left corner. Let's just go back out of here for a minute and get another look at it. We have 46 seconds. We're still at 1175. What's going on here? Here we go. Whoop.
Yeah, that's one I would expect to see maybe another bid or two on it. But again, like going back to comps, there might be another 4.5 that sold less, but it didn't appeal as nice. So like you can't use that comp for everything.
I just want to say, Mike, when you are comping a card like this, you have to look at the card that sold. Don't just look at the comp. Very important.
Yeah, and when I buy and sell vintage, I mean comps are somewhat helpful, but I know how I could do on it when buying it, kind of based off appeal.
Well, final call, everybody. 3 seconds, 2 and 1. This card looks like it's going to top out at $1,175 on the BVG 4.5 56 Mickey Mantle. I love this card, Mike. 53 Topps, Yogi Berra, PSA 7. I mean, the bottom edge of that red name bar is beautiful. The left has its minor chipping right at the bottom there. Look at the corners and edges on this thing. I'm a big fan of like Yogi Berra. I have his rookie card. What is it? The 48 Leaf, I believe. I look at the serious look on his face. I just love the card, man. 53 Topps, near mint 7, $1,236. Why don't we take a quick look at the pop on this? And it's going to be a bigger number because there's really no shortage of these early 50s Baseball card 017-27917.
That's a really sharp 7 too, like you said about the bottom left. That's the first thing I look at when I see 53s, because that's like the most prone to damage in that section. This one looks just really sharp.
Certainly would. 45 seconds left. So the population on a PSA 7 is 152, and there are 120 higher. So that means that this is one of the 272 best copies of the card, at least that are residing currently in a PSA holder. So, but I just love 23 seconds. I just love what a piece of art. Just a piece of art, this card. We're $1,236, Mike.
And also with, only 250 or so that are that grade or higher, like grading's been around for almost 30 years. And it's like, that's 10 a year graded of that condition or better.
3 seconds. Final call. Is there going to be a final bid? 1261. Did a bid get in? No more bids. I was just trying to fake out Michael Hathaway, who thought that might be the card that I wanted, but it wasn't, Michael.
I had a thought that might be it too, honestly.
I can tell you, I'm almost outpriced on the card that I want. It hasn't come up yet. I'll put it to you that way. So I like. Tom says it would be cool to see you have some of these cards on hand. Yeah, I have a copy of this Satchel page right here. I should have brought it out to show, but this is about the cards for sale, not my cards. But still, I do own a copy of this. I have a PSA 5, I think, of this card. It's a beautiful copy. Mike, what do you want to say?
Yeah, well, first of all, a 5 of that card is a great card in a 5. Yeah, I think for the next show, maybe we have the actual cards here and kind of show it and, talk about it while showing it. It makes it a little easier and engaging. Again, this is our first show and we're kind of learning as we're going, but I think we're both doing a great job. And I think this is definitely here to stay.
Well, my motto is continuous improvement. I don't expect to get it perfect the first time, but Tom Newman clarifies, no, he wants to see the cards that MC is showing, not what Jeremy has in his personal collection. And I don't blame you. Tom, thanks for clarifying.
I do have some cards of what's coming up in the next one that launches Friday. So we'll, at the end, if you guys stick around, I brought 15 of the cards and I'll show them.
Let's do
no
that.
One's ever seen them before for the auction. So it's just sneak preview.
Sounds good to me. Well, here we have, again, this is the Satchel page, SGC1. This is a rookie card, 49 Bowman. And there we go. We're up to 1358. Definitely has some one type issues, but it is graded appropriately. 4 seconds, everybody. Final call on the Satchel. There's a bid, 1479. Did one get in under the wire there? 1479 is where that card is going to sell.
That's a good number, I think. I thought 1,000 to 1,200 would be where it would end.
All right. Well, we are on to the next one. We're coming down to the end of the show. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 items left on the block, Mike. This is the 2003 Topps Chrome Black Refractor Tom Brady PSA 10 Pop 34 599 print run. We're at $1,725, a minute 20 left. What I do like about the card, I like where you have like the full body action shot with the headshot in the core. You saw that with 83 baseball. You see it with 84 hockey. You've seen it a few other times. Now we're seeing it in 2003 Topps football. I love the looks of this card, Mike. It's numbered on the back right down there, 427 out of 599. What do you think of it, Mike?
Really, really tough grade. Hard to find them centered. You got the back borders and edges and corners, not white, so they're a little more sensitive there. They have the blue and just a lot of surface issues that year as well. So really tough PSA 10, as the title says, Pop 34. That's only about 7% or so of all of them graded.
Not even.
Or of all of them produced, sorry.
Yeah, it's even more like it's just over 6. It's just over 5%, barely, right? It's like, actually closer, really low. 5 or 6%. We're down to the final 12 seconds on this one, guys. So get your bids in if you're interested. We got $1,725 right now with 5 seconds to go. There's a bid at $1,750. Final call, everybody.
There we
$2,700
go. Yeah.
is what this card is going to sell for. And there we have it. All right, Patrick Mahomes. First time we've seen Mr. Patrick Mahomes the second tonight. This is his Prism, Silver Prism card. PSA 10. We have 1:40 left. We're at $3,800. I'm going to check the pop, Mike, while you say a few words about it.
Yeah, I mean it's starting to become one of the blue chip football cards as Mahomes accomplishes more and more. I mean it's not the easiest grade, just kind of like some of the other PSA 10s we've had in this auction, and a lot of them have this dimple in the corner that hurts the grade, and just a really visually appealing card. The in person, really shiny, really refractory. As you would see in the video there, you could see it just in the thumbnail. It's got that really nice shine to it. This is a really, really well-centered copy as well. I know a lot of them are off-centered, and even some off-centered ones sneak into a PSA 10. But yeah, I mean, just a great card. It's kind of like the Brady Bowman Chrome. Maybe Brady Bowman Chrome Refractor, I would maybe say, but since that's technically Mahomes' base card, I think it's more closely related to the Brady Bowman Chrome, which actually brings up this one we got going in the next auction here. PSA 10, it's kind of hard with the glare, but PSA 10 Brady Chrome is one of our featured ones for our next auction that launches this Friday. So be on the lookout for that. That's a solid, I believe, $7,500 to $8,000 card.
Well, here we go, guys. Thanks for showing the preview, Mike. 12 seconds left on the Mahomes Silver, $3,800. Get your bids in if you would like, everybody. 5 seconds left. Here we go. Final call on the Mahomes. The population, by the way, is 920. So, but it is it's a well-produced card, or I should say a highly produced card. And 3,800 is what that one's going to sell for.
Yeah, I mean, that pop really isn't a lot when you think about it for a modern Prism card.
It's not. No.
Yeah.
We've got much less popular players with pops of 3 to 5,000s. And I'm just thinking of some like young guns in hockey of players that a lot of the audience might not have even heard of. And so that I agree that is a low pop for what it is, but it's a high pop compared to rare 90s inserts, but this is not a rare 90s insert, of course.
Yeah.
Okay. Josh Allen, Panini Optic, Donruss Optic, Downtown, PSA 10. It's got some cool. What's this design called, Mike? Is this?
It's I guess like a laser or velocity, but they don't really call it a laser or velocity. But there is like blue velocity, pink velocity, black velocity. They all kind of look like that same design. The Downtown insert over the past year or two, I feel like has gotten so much more attention and has been much more of a chase, especially since they started putting them in Optic. I believe 2018 was the first year that you can get a Downtown in Optic. It might have been 2017 or so, but either way, they're case hits and highly desired and not the easiest grade, not the toughest grade, but I think this one's already doing pretty well. I thought this was going to sell with a 3 in front of it.
And we're at 42.50. I'm going to quickly check the pop on it with 12 seconds left to go. Pop 141. So that's a low number for what it is. You got more options with Josh Allen, but still low for the card. 4,250, and looks like that's what it's going to end at, everybody. 4,250 for the Josh Allen Donruss Optic Downtown with that nice laser effect going on. Here's our second Patrick Mahomes, the second, which we don't ever really say when we refer to Patrick Mahomes. But here's a Panini Select 2017, the XRC Prism Silver. It's at $4,360. I'm going to check the pop on this one while we have time left. So it's 4517 3078. Population of this card is 217. So that's pretty low for Mahomes rookie, right? XRC.
Yeah. I mean, that they were redemptions too. So That usually means they're a little cleaner because they're not packed out and handled. But then again, not all the redemptions were fulfilled, so there's not as many out there as there may have been if it was issued in packs. This is kind of like a situation like the Mantle 51 Bowman and 52 Tops, or the Jordan 84 Star, 86 Fleer. XRCs have been extremely popular. Like when this card first came out, obviously Mahomes stuff was way lower, but I actually bought one at a show for like $30. And I think like his Prism was still more than that. So I think they've kind of picked up a lot of steam over the years as people understood the rarity and the value of them.
So here we go. We're into the final 20 seconds on the Select Silver Prism XRC. Patrick Mahomes, $4,360. Guys, you got 14 seconds to get a bid in. The population on this card is 217 as of right now. 5 seconds left. Final call on the Mahomes. And this one is going to end at $4,360.
I think that was a good sale as well.
Okay, good. We are on to another Tom Brady. This is the BGS 8.5 Leaf Limited rookie card, numbered 205 out of 350. It's in a BGS 8.5 holder. With the subgrade, centering is a 9.5, corners and surface are both 8.5, and edges are the low grade at an 8.5. I'm going to take a quick look through and see if we can see what is causing it. I'm noticing what you might think is surface damage. I have a feeling that is all on the slab and not the surface, but Mike, you'd know better.
Yeah, if that was on the surface, you'd be looking at a much less subgrade of an 8.5. Yeah. So that's Brady's lowest numbered like non-parallel rookie.
Oh.
So that's considered the base card. It's not like, a parallel of the base. So only 350 of them. It's very rare, especially for how irrelevant he was when the product came out. That's another one that you don't see sell a whole lot.
Well, we're at $5,100 with 38 seconds left to go on this particular car. That was news to me. I didn't realize that this was his like lowest numbered base rookie. I think that's pretty cool. It's kind of, he's one of these guys where there's people that want to have all of his rookie cards, kind of like LeBron James, some high-end collectors. And I say high-end because it takes a lot to afford these cards. They're not cards that ever $5,000 on a card is not in everybody's wheelhouse. That's for sure. So, but here we go, guys, down to the final 8 seconds. We're at $5,100 right now. There's a bid. We're up to $5,600 now. 4 seconds. Final call on the Brady rookie. And this one is going to top out at $5,600. Are you happy with that one, Mike?
I think it's a little low, but the way Brady cards have gone over the past 6 months, I mean, it may be right. That card was obviously a lot more about 2 years ago, as was almost everything. But just not enough sales to really make a fair judgment on if it sold well or not.
All right. Well, we now have a comp on the book. So, and moving on, 2003 Finite Basketball factory sealed box, 10 packs. This box has LeBron's rookie card numbered out of 200. It's got the Finite Signatures out of 150 and the Finite Signatures Golds out of 10. The first class Finites out of 50. You got LeBron, Chris Bosh, Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade. Inserts include Major Factors Gold out of 50, which include Michael Jordan, Prominent Powers, and more. We're at $1,685. Mike, what do you think this thing's going to do?
I think it can break 2,000. I believe the last one was in the range that it's currently at right now. But any box with the chance to pull LeBron rookie autos and Jordan autos, Kobe autos, all that is highly desired. And the LeBron rookie auto out of this product is short printed to, I believe, 100 or 200. I gotta check, but it is a much shorter print. Yeah,
200 on the main rookie card. Main rookies in this product. So it's a pretty cool. I love that MJ's on the box. You got the MJ auto on the box. It's a nice display piece. When it comes to this, I think to me, the collectible is the box itself, not necessarily opening up the packs. But anyway, we're down to 5 seconds left. 4 seconds. Final call on the UD Finite box. There's a bid. 2 more bids come in, and we're going to end at $1,875, Mike. So not too bad at all. Not too bad.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty spot on.
All right. Here's a question if you want to address this, Mike. CC says, Mike, if you can say, what was the card that you have sold for the most in the past?
LeBron exquisite rookie patch auto. It was like a trade cash, but I've sold my fair share of cards that were well into 6 figures, and it's kind of a tough question because there's not really any like standout biggest sale I've ever had other than a couple of those LeBrons, because then everything's kind of all in like that same neighborhood or less. But I would say the LeBron is definitely it. And also going back to that finite box, I just checked right here on Card Ladder. The last one sold in December for $15.90 on PWCC Weekly. So for us to get over 10% more when the market since December is so down is a good sign.
Well, congrats on that for sure. And next up, this is another nice box. This is the 03 SPX basketball factory sealed box, 18 packs. LeBron auto jersey numbered out of 750 might come out. And again, you've got D Wade, Carmelo, and Bosch as well. Mike, have you ever sold a card for 7 figures?
Just an outright sale, no, but a trade, yes, which was that LeBron.
We're at 1,820 on this, Mike. Any expectations for this in the last 16 seconds?
Yeah, so looking at Card Ladder, one sold on June 5th for $17.25. So we're already beating that last sale there.
Well, here we go. Last call. If anybody wants to step up and grab one of these for their collection, you have a half a second. And this box is going to sell for $1,820. 3 cards, 3 items left, Mike, on the inaugural MC Mondays Focus auction. This is a Kobe Bryant Fleer Ultra rookie card. It's not a medallion. It's his rookie card and a PSA 10. We're at 1,075. Why don't we check the population on that one?
Yeah, that's a very, very tough grade for sure.
And the population on this, 346, very close to the MJ Fleer PSA 10 population. And that card sells for $150,000, $180,000. Yeah. You can get 100. You can get one. You get it for 1/150th of the price right here, everybody, for the Kobe. Obviously, Kobe has a few other cards, but MJ has his star cards. That's a little bit different as well. So 55 seconds left on this one, 1,075. If anybody is interested in grabbing this card, I do love the picture of him, the full bleed photographs. Fleer Ultra was known for that. I loved me some Fleer Ultra hockey when it came out back in, I think it was 92. Beautiful, beautiful cards. If you open up packs of that now, though, they all stick together.
Yeah.
They brick.
I've opened some boxes of that. This is another one that back at during peak was such a monster card. I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars, and it's still a really, really low pop. All things.
What do you think it topped out at, this card?
I could check, probably 5,000.
Wow. Well, 10 seconds left on this copy. We just had a bid up to 1127. 5 seconds, everybody. Final call on the Kobe Bryant Fleer Ultra PSA 10. There's a bid. We're up to 1,530. $1,530 on the Kobe Bryant Fleer Ultra rookie card. 2 cards left, everybody. Michael Porter Jr. patch auto from National Treasures. And the last card of the night will be this Shaquille O'Neal Jambalaya in a BGS 8.5 holder. Mike, we have a Michael Porter Jr. PSA 9 2018 National Treasures, numbered 50 of 99. That autograph looks pretty good. There seems to be a bit of a slight kind of, you see just at the top of the last letter there, the top of the J.
Yeah, a little.
But on card, out of it does say MPJ. It's not the biggest autograph, but at least you can tell what it's supposed to mean. I like that about it. A nice patch though. You got several breaks, 3 colors, a nice amount of that maroon, a nice chunk of yellow, some of that navy to go along with it. Any expectations for this one, Mike? We're at 1825 right now.
I think it's in a pretty good spot, honestly. We just sold a BGS 8 yesterday or the day before, and I want to say it did about 1,000, maybe $1,100. So, for a PSA 9, I would say double a BGS 8, maybe a little less, maybe a little more. So, I could see another bid or two bringing it to like 21, 22, but I don't think we're going to see any crazy jumps, but I hope I'm wrong.
Well, we are. This card is a population of 15 in PSA 9 holders with only 3 PSA 10. So this would be one of the 18 finest copies that reside in a PSA slab. There are 9 seconds left. Everybody, you're at 1850 right now. You have 5 seconds to get in your bids. If this is a card you're looking to buy, 3, 2, and 1 second. No more bids. This one is going to top out, Mike, at 8. It did get a bid. $2,000. $2,000 on that one. And the last card of the night, everybody, I'm going to tell you, this is the card that I am interested in, the Shaquille O'Neal Jambalaya. Don't know if that was bad for me to tell you. Listen, I love the card. I have a Michael Jordan from this set. I thought it would be nice to pair it with the Shaquille O'Neal. Mike, I'm like, it's the last card of the night that I'm interested in. How am I going to disguise that, right? I'm going to have to fake somebody out along the way.
Yeah.
We'll
save the best for last.
I'm still undecided if I'm going to throw a bid at it, so I'm not going to divulge that right now. But in case I decide to, I might load up my app here with something, just in case I do decide in the last second to put a bid in. But we're at 1237.12. It's a BGS 8.5, with the biggest culprit being the edges at a 7.5. I looked at this earlier. It's that little bit right there. But I'll tell you, that's not what would stop me from buying the card, because jambalayas, this is what happens with them. And usually you have way more touches of edge issue on the back than just this one. The rest of the edge, okay, there's a little bit right there, but other than that, it's pretty good. But the front of this thing is absolutely like perfect, and the centering is nice.
The way they came out of the way they were produced was they had to like kind of pop them out. They were attached like one on each side. And it wasn't like a card that got cut, just like, standard card. So they had to kind of like pop them out of that and like pull it out. That's why you see some of the edge wear. And that's why if you look closely, the edge kind of slightly dips in there just because of the way they were produced. So it is common to see edge wear and things like that.
Well, final 5 seconds. I'm not going to put in a bid, everybody, but 3 seconds left. We're at 1237. $1,400. My bid that I was going to go was like 1333 anyway, so I wouldn't have got it. But 1,400 on that, not bad. The professor says, Jeremy, if you bid, it may be human versus bot. Well, I mean, I think you can say that for every auction on eBay all the time. So I don't really think that's your best comment ever, Professor. But you can't win them all, I guess you could say as well. So, Mike, that's going to wrap it up for tonight. The first MC Mondays is in the books. How you doing?
Definitely very happy. I mean, a lot of numbers that were much better than expected. Obviously, some things were not what we expected to, and that's going to happen in any auction, no matter where they sell. And I think tomorrow I'm going to do a really good analysis and kind of see where things sold versus what I thought, maybe look up some comps and kind of get a good feel and maybe even report something back to my clients or just everybody and kind of give them a visual, show some transparency of, hey, we sold this one below comps, we sold this one better, and everything like that.
Well, that's a great service. And just wanted to show that there was actually another bid. I was looking at my phone and it actually ended at 1625. So eBay on my computer didn't refresh completely, which makes me wonder how many other items may have sold for more than what we said. So you're going to need to go back and see. Maybe a few bids came in at the end that we weren't able to see, because that happened here with the last item, Mike. 1,400 was not the final. I refreshed and it hit 1625. The professor says, poor comments are my poor jokes. That's okay. You know, I'm just bugging you. I talk to him all the time. Well, Mike, you want to give us some previews and before you do, I just want to let everybody know who's still with us that, you know, we're going to debrief this, Mike and I, and always looking to improve these episodes and do my best to provide entertainment and inspiration and education to the viewers. Professor says, great show. Thank you very much. CC says, looking forward to the next MC Monday. Great job. Thank you, CC.
Thank you, guys.
Really appreciate that. Thank you, Connie Choi. Appreciate that. And Mike, why don't you, we've lost some of the viewers, but give us a quick preview of those 15 cards that are going to be ending 2 weeks from now on MC Monday.
Okay. So these are just 15 of them. We should have right around the same number going into the second auction. Started off, just kind of go quickly here. We have a Luka Flawless Vertical Patch Auto. It's not a RPA, but still a great card nonetheless. We have an Ant-Man RPA Flawless. Not the true RPA, the vertical, but the horizontal, still a great card. PSA 9.
Love Flawless.
These two, I think these two are going to get a ton of attention. They're both 1-of-1 star swatches. Allen Iverson, David Robinson. Crazy patches, just great cards, great collectability, a lot of collectors. Those ones are going to be headliners, so I'm really excited to see how those do. I think that's going to make the next show really exciting. The 90s inserts continue. This
jaw drop. Sorry, Mike.
Yeah. No, we got a really good one coming up, and I think the third one's going to be even better with some of the things that our clients are saying they're going to get to us. But both of these cards right here should do well over $4,000. At least 3 and change. So those are really, really nice cards. You got your Brady Bowman Chrome that I showed earlier, PSA 10, a little more Luka action, PSA 10 Fast Break Blue Rookie, numbered out of 175. This one's really cool. Jordan Topps Chrome Refractor it's a black refractor, very glary, but that's numbered out of 99. I believe it's one of his only numbered Topps Chrome refractors. You got a Soto PSA 10 Bowman Chrome Auto. Pretty tough grade. LeBron XRC, kind of keeping that theme of XRCs that we talked about. Got the LeBron PSA 10. Some more Jokic. We're going to probably have some Jokic in each auction. A flawless game-worn patch auto. Another 90s mirror blue. Really, really glary, unfortunately, but mirror blue Griffey insert. These are short printed. I need to confirm how much, but they are short printed. We got some modern basketball rookies. Trey Murphy, PSA 10 Gold Prism. This should do a couple thousand. Onyeka Okongwu. Hopefully I said that right. True game worn logo man from Flawless rookie patch. That one, that should get some bites. Some vintage Clemente SGC4 rookie, little OC, really good colors and appeal otherwise. And then our lone hockey card, a OV PSA 10 Young Guns, but can never go wrong with those.
No, those always do well. Really nice stuff, Mike. I'm looking forward to those two star patches are amazing. I love the Clemente, that Griffey. I want to get a closer look at the scan on that Griffey just to see how it looks. Really, really nice. Jason Lee, thank you for the comment right there.
Thank you, Jason. We got to have Jason on here for a future episode. Jason's a really, really good client of ours, and we've had a great time working with him. So we would love to see him on here, especially on an auction where he's got a handful of cards.
Well, that's something we can do with this, Mike, is we can bring on, you want to bring on one of your clients, just let me know. I always want to get the person in the studio ahead of time to just get them warmed up and let me to build some rapport with them, and happy to do that. Kevin says we need to get more hockey to Mike for these auctions.
Yeah, all the hockey goes to Karn.
All the hockey goes to
Slab Sharks. Yeah.
Slab Sharks up in Canada. But it's nice for you to have at least one card in the auction. I mean, that's fun too. You had some soccer, you had the Han Solo tonight. it's good to have the assortment. I really like that. Professor says, thanks for explaining jambalaya manufacturing info. And he also says, next show, help us less savvy understand what a true RPA is. And I can tell you quite quickly, Professor, it's usually the one numbered to 99. It's usually the one with the highest numbering amongst all the parallels. That's what it is. So for the most part, but Mike, we're gonna wrap this up. Any final comments to the crowd before we do?
Yeah, appreciate all you guys watching, commenting, staying engaged. If anyone's interested in giving us any cards for a future MC Monday auction, definitely reach out to me or Consign with MC on Instagram. Also we do daily auctions of any cards from $1 to no limit. So if you have some things you're looking to sell that might not qualify, or you're just looking to get it listed and sold faster, more than happy to help you out there. So just reach out, and myself or one of our guys will stay in touch with you and do everything great for you.
Well, that's great. And if someone does consign with you, where are they sending their cards to? Where are you located?
So we're in New Hampshire, about an hour north of Boston. So
there you go. All right. Well, hey,
getting late here.
Everyone in the chat, again, I'll echo what Mike said. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your comments. As always, this has been the inaugural episode of MC Mondays Live. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know Mike and I did. And with that, we'll see y'all next time. I'll be back tomorrow night with my show Taking Stock with Dennis Zender. We will be talking about shill bidding. So join us tomorrow night, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you for joining.
Thanks, guys.
Mike, you hang tight right there, and good night, everybody.